And the Rebels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Coming out with it, it's Taylor. He's got great speed. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The run inside. It's done. They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want to run this quarterback. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Makes the grab. It's Wagner. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most important.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. This offense has it with really good field position. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. Here's a little room there. He's finally brought down, but he takes it all the way to the 6.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Russell. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to. And instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball, man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Fires into the end zone. Big guy smells it. Touchdown, Ducks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I love defenses that can tackle the catch. Right away, you're not giving up any yak. As soon as that player has the ball, he goes down now.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Finds his man. It's Moore. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, you can afford to be a little bit late as a quarterback when you're throwing curl routes into zone coverage when you've got an arm like that. This dude's got a cannon.
Fires to the big fella. Breaks into the open. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And they dug themselves a hole in this football game. I get it. Obviously, defense has not played great on the other side. But this possession right here, man, this is big. Get the passing game going. Get a little bit of balance going. I think they need to score on this possession to take a little pressure off and kind of get that defense juiced up.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Dragged down at the 43, but they've got it in enemy territory. They picked up 10 and give him a first down.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Hand off for Brown. Makes it past the marker. And he steps out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. So first down here as they go back to work. Motion from the wideout. They'll go to the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Some misdirection with the counter. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27. Ball's at the 27. It's 3rd and short. Can they avoid making that 4th down decision? From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Breaks loose. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
And I really like the belief and the discipline by this QB because he drops back, he wants to throw the football, he sees it's covered, but he says, I can go get it, and takes off and barely gets enough for the 1st down, but way to pull the trigger, run it, and run it with authority.
Could not make his way to the corner.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Running inside. It's done. There's a crease. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9.
And this D's going to have to find some answers, guys. I mean, you've seen it. This offense has moved the ball down the field, done what they want. Now 1st and goal situation. Who cares about the yards? Like, step up right here, try to force them into a 4th down, try to make them kick a field goal.
Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Got it right in the heart of the end zone. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. And he takes this from inside the 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He found some really good running room on that one and just about got loose. As it is, good return to set up the drive. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The run inside. It's Taylor. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Now on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Wants to throw. It's Russell. Unloads to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I like the play call there. I know it falls incomplete, but you're in the defensive side of the field right now, and you're going back to the guy that's already scored a touchdown for you. This guy has stepped up. He's made a play. So if I'm on offense, I keep throwing him the football.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Again, it's Russell. Throws to the tight end. What a grab with one hand. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
And it's so fun to have that trump card, right? Like, it's almost like playing a video game with this guy. When you got a big tight end that can make plays, that gets open, that feels those soft spots in the zones, third downs,
there's some room. Picks up the first down. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
What great explosiveness by this running back to break through and almost get to the house, Jesse, but just comes up short.
Well, I'll tell you, he had a lot of help downfield as well. Receivers getting blocks and making life easier on the back there. And all of a sudden now this offense knocking on the door deep down in their opponent's territory.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on second and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And, David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Grabbed on the right side, that's Wesco. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. The Rebels are facing third and inches. Here's the pressure. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So in their own territory, on fourth and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Trying to get it to the marker. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. The Ducks will hustle to the line. Keelan Russell. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He's got him. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Russell. Under fire. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
A lot of times when you go back and you revisit these games, who takes advantage of these opportunities in the red zone, in these goal-to-go situations? Bad job on 1st down by this offense.
So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. And the Ducks will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Matthews. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind.
Turning it on. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
And finally, we see a nice game. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
And a nice crisp run, great job. Maybe expecting pass, in 2nd down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the 1st down.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, you can see the mindset of this offense changing quickly. We're late in the third quarter. They're down on the scoreboard. They've got to get aggressive, and they've got to throw the ball if they want a chance to win this game. But the defense knows it. It's going to be really hard for this quarterback now. The windows are going to be small like it was that time throwing the incompletion.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And, man, this home crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big...
No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Taking it the other way.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone.
Ducks will kick off first, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Hudson. I know he thinks he can house every return. Will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's able to sneak his way. Trojans ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Bunch formation for these receivers. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Well, one of the reasons why it's hard to run against this defense is because of that guy right there. He's one of the best D tackles in the game, and he's got tremendous explosiveness, quicks. He's strong at the point of attack. He can shed blocks, and he completely ate that last run up.
The sure hands, it's Marsh.
Zone coverage means everybody's looking at the quarterback. So now, when I'm a wide receiver, I got to make sure I know I fit in the hole between these zones. I know where they're dropping to, and I know where I need to get to. Great job by the wide receiver finding that hole, and the quarterback throwing a strike.
Working that left side now. Hits the crease. The 20. The 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before, and there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, they made a statement.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top going 63 yards to the house. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wants to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man. It's Fleming. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working.
It is so difficult to play man coverage nowadays with all the space and spread and speed on the field. One false step, and they make you pay just like they did right there.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection. This time on target. Across the 35. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback moving. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. The short hands, it's Thomas.
He's just got a knack, doesn't he? Just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
And the Trojans in a good spot here with second and short. Running inside, it's Raymond. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, game planning, their opening script. I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Trojans kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll power it inside with the fullback. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. Looking to throw for it. Here's a heat. Touchdown, Trojans. On the sideline, got it in the end zone. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. And that is not what they were after. Kickoff sails out of bounds. An excellent field position for this offense. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Russell. He picks it up, still on his feet. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see if someone can get the edge in the second quarter. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The Trojans decide to use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Quarterback may change this route. To the air, it's Russell. Unloads it left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
You just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
It'll be third and long. Throwing Russell. Dumps it to the back. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Ducks will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. On his way back from the 20. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Second down, he'll throw it. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
And listen, there's different degrees of open, but in college football, that's open. When your receiver has a step on the guy, man, those are the ones you feel like you should complete most of the time, and he just overthrew that one.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the direct snap, it's Allen. Runs through the tackle. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Let's be honest, Reese. Like, the only time the fullback gets the football is usually in short yardage situations, and the defense was locked in. You got to try to get penetration with that defensive line. They did a good job of it. Nowhere to go with the football for the big fun.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
And the Trojans will punt it away on fourth down. Let's see what he can do with it. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarmed him under for no gain. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Keelan Russell, under fire, hauls it in with one hand. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's Russell. That's caught, it's Fleming. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position. He can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They go play action with Russell. Here comes the heat. Hit as he throws. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off from the 26.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
And that's exactly the response you want now from your defense. Your offense just turns the football over, puts you in a really bad spot. Great job being ready on first down, playing the pass, now forcing a 2nd down. You want to force the field goal here. Obviously the bad field position, but the defense responds on first down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
Really nice individual effort that time by the wide receiver. He was trying to get the first down. There was no way he was going out of bounds there on 3rd. Fighting for every inch he could get. Didn't quite get there. And now you've got a big decision if you're the head coach. You're going to stay on the field and try to go for this thing.
4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Hand off to the fullback. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
No mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
The run inside. It's Allen. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gain some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Wants to adjust the pattern. Russell. Lets it fly. And that one would have been picked off if he could have stayed in bounds, and the quarterback will live to tell about it.
Man, that's one of those as an offense you're just staring. No, look at his toe. He was out. The defender was so close to keeping something in bounds to make that an interception, but there's a reason he plays DB, and he's on that side of the football, probably because he can't.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And he will be run out of bounds on the return, so the damage is limited as we wrap up the first half. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Matthews. Few things on offense as reliable as a tough power back as he plows his way ahead to the 33.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now at wide receiver. You get in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
The Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Grab near the marker, it's Fleming. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down.
Man, you see those tight ends catch the football, you're coming up and try to get on the ground as fast as they can. They're such big athletes, though. You gotta pick your poison. A lot of times you try to go low, and they hurry you and put that hand down. Nice job by the tight end breaking a tackle and getting some extra yards.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Allen. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
To the air on 2nd down. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. The defense set them up with a turnover, and now to try to cash it in. The give is to Taylor. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Throwing Russell. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Got it set up on the outside. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stay home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
I want to give a shout-out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback. On 3rd down, really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Russell will throw for it on 4th. Fires left. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. 4th down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play. You've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive. He's not able to come up with it.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the 1st down.
And they always got one of these. A big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
And the Trojans now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Give to the fullback. Tripped up for the tackle.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds a man on the right. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to throw. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown USC! And they take it in for 6 more points. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Keelan Russell. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They've got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Fires to the right. He's got it. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Taylor has it. And after a very short pickup on that run, we have come to the end of the third quarter. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Russell. He's going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest the deepest, widest the widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Rolling, throwing, looking right. He's got it down the field. To the house. Touchdown, Ducks. The Ducks with the answer.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you can tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
One thing you know with this guy at fullback, he's not going to fumble the football, and I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the fourth quarter with the lead.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Moore. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
Running inside, it's Allen. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the tight end. Complete to the right. Russell out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Running the red zone. It's Raymond. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. The give to the fullback. They stop him in his tracks, tried to sneak that fullback loose, and nothing doing.
And the offense, they're just trying to be physical. They're trying to run this ball in down close to the goal line. The defense, though, they're having none of it.
Five defensive backs on the field as they desperately try to keep them out of the end zone late. Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And it's gone! And now the lead is extended a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want them. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. He wants to change this route. Throwing Russell. Looking to the big tight end. With the catch, it's Fleming. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw.
Sends it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the 1st down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got 1st down. Let's go fast.
All kinds of time to survey the field, and he'll let it go to the left.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some 1st downs and march down the field.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Keelan Russell. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT